computer, to check up on all the urgent things that I need to know on Facebook, you know. But also, if this is like a serious problem, sometimes when I'm writing essays and such on the computer, it's really hard to not just go to the internet. And I found this great program that actually will block websites, and there's like no way to undo it. Like quitting the app doesn't work, restarting your computer doesn't work. So basically, I just block the sites that distract me on the internet for say 2 hours, and those are very productive 2 hours for me. So it's pretty cool. You can use the technology to your advantage there. Any other suggestions on this one? No? Alright, well, I have one here. My problem here is that I'm staying up too late and I'm always tired. I think the most obvious solution is going to bed early. I know that it's really hard for me when my sleep schedule gets thrown off. So say one night I only get 6 hours of sleep and the next night I get 9 hours of sleep. I'm more tired after getting 9 hours because my body is just trying to adjust to this like irregular sleep pattern. So one thing that's really helped me to not be tired during the day is to always go to bed around the same time, especially during the week when I have to wake up early for class, and always waking up at the same time whether or not I have to get up for class. So that's what's worked for me, sleeping the same number of hours each night. John?
Well, you can have like instead of like going up and then like staying up, you can go up a lot earlier, so you'll stay up for the same amount, but you'll just go to sleep earlier.
Yeah.
Like instead of going up to bed and then just staying in bed.
Yeah. Remy?
I know that this happens to me a lot. Maybe you could put reminders on your computer, because I always lose track of time, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so late, I have to go to bed now. So you can put reminders on your phone or computer that say, go to bed in half an hour, go to bed in 20 minutes, go to bed in 15 minutes, go to bed in 10 minutes, go to bed in 5 minutes, go to bed in 2 minutes.
It's a good one.
Yeah, just like what Remy said, that like reminders really help you.
Yeah, set some reminders. All right, well, thanks everyone. Let's listen to a piece now that's called Gray Areas, and then we're going to hear a youth-produced song called Money Struggles.
What is a gray area? Well, CMP youth producer Louise is about to explain, a gray area is a topic where there is no clear-cut, black and white, right and wrong. Instead, there are valid reasons on both sides, which is exactly why gray areas can get so messy. The first gray area,
legal driving age. It's different in every state, 15, 16, 17, 18, even 21 or 14 in some states. What is a good driving age for young people? The opposing side wants the driving age to be higher, 17, 18, 21. This side states that younger students are less responsible than older and would easily get into accidents. Statistics show that younger drivers are more accident prone. Also, younger children have less experience with financial responsibility and insurance. With a higher driving age, students have more time for training and more time to grow in maturity. The supporting side wants the driving age to be lower, 17, 16, 15. This side states that driving gives the younger student a sense of independence and teaches a lot of responsibility. If a young person is too old when they get their license, they may have difficulty getting to jobs and colleges. Also, different people have different levels of responsibility. A certain 18-year-old might drive much less responsibly than a certain 16-year-old. My opinion is in between these two points of views. While you cannot argue with statistics, the evidence showing younger drivers cause more accidents, it's also true that some people are more mature than others. The only real way to decide if a person of a certain age is a better driver would be through a reliable driving test.
the next gray area that Louise explores is a practice in Hindu culture
Called sati. It is a Hindu practice in which when a man dies, as they burn his body, his widowed wife would come into the fire to burn with him. It is either voluntary or physically forced by the people of her community. The supporting side of this topic states that sati is a cultural practice supported by the Hindu society, and many women commit sati voluntarily to be with their husband forever. The opposing side states that the practice is immoral, specifically when society physically forces a widowed woman to commit sati. My opinion on this topic is on the opposing side because a woman deserves the right to live after her husband's death.
Thanks, Louise, for exploring these gray areas.
They say it's all about the Benjamins. When it's not, it's not. A lot of parents heartbroken because the child's on the block. Education on his mind, but the money got the best of him. Banging with a gang because the people they be testing him. White or black, they don't care what the race is. It's all about the money. For the money, get a facelift. People die every day, bro, and now a different game. You expect another culture violation to the code of life. We lost MLK, we lost Malcolm X, we lost Abraham, we lost Thomas Jeff. And who's next? It's crazy how society is. Crazy. Fighting economically, stressing what the problem is. How do you expect us citizens to react when in poverty? We're going to adapt how the community react. This ain't right to the people that's working hard, and ain't they fault why people losing their jobs. No C-Law Productions, man. Can't nobody feel the pain. Can't nobody feel the stress. I know it's hard, try to stack in struggle. We all about that money, cash in the duffel bag. Dreams in reality. Recession 10, now it's after me. I know it's hard, try to stack in struggle. We all about that money, cash in the duffel bag. Dreams in reality. Recession 10, now it's after me. The pain I'm feeling, you come to see. Woke up, head hurting, stomach all empty. Friends I had, but most was empty. Instead of being myself, I fit in with the next kid. Who was I to judge them? Rich, I'm broke, getting picked on. While you steady cracking jokes, you spinning shit cars popping every month on the first week. Checks in the hall, lunch provided in the church. And dreams I wish I could find with a stack of dollars and make sense with the recession can't be fixed. Gotta work to pay the bills, gotta work to pay the rent. It's all about $1, had enough to make sense. I know it's hard, trying to act and struggle. It's all about that money, on that cash in the duffel bag. Dreams ain't reality. Recession 10 hours after me. I know it's hard, try to stack it and struggle. It's all about that money, on that cash in the duffel bag. Dreams ain't reality. Recession 10 hours after me. You can see the pain, you can see the stress. I'm on the road to the riches, on the path to success. To success, I'm on the path to success. To success, I'm on the path to success. You can see the pain, you can see the stress. I'm on the road to the riches, on the path to success. To success, I'm on the path to success. To success, I'm on the path to success. I know it's hard, try to stack it and struggle. But that money, throw that cash in the duffel bag. Dreams ain't reality. Recession 10 hours after me. I know it's hard, try to stack it and struggle. But that money, throw that cash in the duffel bag. Dreams ain't reality. Recession 10 hours after me.
We're live. You're listening to Radio Uprising, the youth-produced radio show that gives the voice to the next generation. 91.3 FM WVKR Independent Radio Poughkeepsie. You just heard a piece called Gray Areas and an awesome song CMP's own Swaney wrote and produced called Money Struggles.
All right, so let's take a few minutes to talk about Louise's piece. Her piece is called Gray Areas, and she talked about two things she defined as gray areas: the driving age and sati, an Indian ritual. And she discussed how these things are controversial in society. So, you guys, let's think of some gray areas, or just a controversial issue in general, that are pertinent to youth today, so we can talk about them.
I think we should talk about driving age.
Driving age.
I think we should talk about voting age.
Voting age. All right. Well, we'll talk about both. Let's start with driving age. What are your thoughts on the driving age, Yosef?
I think that you need to be a little bit older to start driving, because I think like you're 16, you're still growing a little bit.
Yep.
And you have to like really focus on your driving, because sometimes kids who just start driving, they like mess up and all that, and I think you just need to be a little bit older, like 18.
18 you think would be a good driving age?
Yeah.
John?
I think the driving age really depends on. I think it's okay where it is now, but I think what they should do is they should have it so you have to like renew your license after like a year or something every year.
Yeah, that's something that has like kind of come to the forefront of discussion, especially with elderly drivers and renewing your license after a certain age. But I think it'd be a good refresher, maybe every 5 years, to have to retake your driving test to make sure you still know the rules of the road, you're keeping up with the current laws, remembering to use your turn signals. Personally, I remember when I was 15 and I was a year away from getting my learner's permit, I was really anxious and just wanted to drive. It represented freedom and, finally being like, just not being reliant on my parents. And then once I got my permit, it was that, you're not so reliant on your parents, but I didn't have my own car. I was still, bound to my house often, but I do think that 16 is a good age for most people, but I would say that it can be argued to raise it. I definitely don't think it should be younger, though. I know in Florida, I think it is 15 to get your permit and 15 and a half to get your license. Does that seem young to you guys?
That really does, because there are some 15-year-olds, they still act like they're like 7.
Yeah, quite true. John, any more thoughts on this?
I think it depends on who the person is, really.
Yeah, I do too. All right, voting age. John.
Well, I think it should maybe be lowered, but that's only for some people, I should think. Again, because some people are
Sorry, just
more
to clarify, what is the voting age?
18. My sister